After spending time exploring the Florida Keys, we found the stories that bring these islands to life. Rescued dolphins, natural custard, quirky shops, sunsets that stop you in your tracks, and yes, Mairi's now famous standoff with a very determined pelican. And as the year winds down, change might be in the air for us too, but we'll get to that later. Welcome to Back Roads and Front Porches, where the stories of small-town America come to life. From hometown helpers to those keeping traditions alive, we're exploring the people, places, and moments that make these towns feel like home. So grab a seat on the front porch and a glass of lemonade and join us as we discover America's stories. The farther we drove into the Keys, the quieter life felt. And when we reached Fiesta Key RV Resort, we knew this little island would be home for the next 2 weeks. A place to breathe, explore, and reset. And thank you to everyone for making our Thankful Hearts Week such a huge success. If you missed our special episode and the shorts from Chimney Rock, go back and watch them. They were super meaningful to us. The morning after we arrived at Fiesta Key, we headed out for breakfast to a place so many people had recommended, Mangrove Mike's. Inside, it felt like the kind of spot the locals claim as their own. Busy, friendly, and full of good energy. Brunch was great. But before we left, we had to do what everyone told us to do. Try the key lime pie. And they were right. It was absolutely awesome. We later learned that Mike, who was loved by so many, passed away during COVID. There were questions about what would happen next, but family stepped in and the restaurant stayed right where it belonged. And right next door, in the same building, is Lobster Trap Art. Colorful, creative, and worth a stop. And of course, before we left, we grabbed that picture with the shark outside. After breakfast, we headed over to Dolphin Life. Inside, the museum explains their mission, and Mairi was immediately drawn to the aquariums. A little puffer fish, and then a moray eel, and another species the staff told us about.
It was like, this is replicating nature. Eels will find a spot that they like in the wild and they will be right there. And I like to look at situations like that where they've got the whole ocean and that guy stayed in like a 3-foot circumference of, he had a spot that was safe for him, he was comfortable there, it had a food source for him, and that's all he wanted was that.
Outside, Amanda, the chief momentum officer, explained what they do here, the large rehab tank under construction.
We had it fabricated and we've been working to install it, and our pool will exist to help stranded animals be able to recoup, rehab if they need medical care, whatever, and then they will either be released out into the wild if that's appropriate, or they will be placed in an appropriate forever home. We do respond to any whale or dolphin, any cetacean, so that is porpoises, dolphins, and whales. So they can call us, but we urge them to call FWC first. The reason for that is, and the way that I explain it to people, is if you think of us like the paramedics, FWC kind of acts as 911 dispatch. So people are going to call them if they come upon a manatee, a dolphin, a whale, anything that, any wildlife. And then FWC will be in contact with us and say, hey, this is what we've got, this is the report, and they'll start the ball rolling for us. Our area of primary response is from South Miami waters all the way past Key West to the Dry Tortugas, and then it also includes a chunk of Everglades National Park. We have 6 healthy animals in Key Largo. Our little family, our pods are very social. They really enjoy being around new people and new situations. They like to solve problems. They like the novelty. And so we see that as part of their enrichment.
After learning about the work being done at Dolphin Life's Islamorada location, we drove down to their Key Largo facility. This is where 6 of their dolphins live, each with their own story, their own personality, and their own connection to the trainers who care for them every day. As we walked along the water, we could see them swimming, playing, and interacting in ways that really showed just how much trust there is between the dolphins and the team here. It's one thing to hear about rescue and rehabilitation, but watching the trainers work with them up close gives you a whole new appreciation for the commitment involved. And before we left, we met 2 of the friendliest residents you'll ever find, Captain and Jack, a pair of macaws who greet visitors with more personality than you'd expect. They were a fun surprise at the end of our visit and a reminder of just how much life and energy surrounds this place. Our next stop was Conch Custard, known for keeping things all natural.
We do use the natural flavors.
It's just got to be good. And not, I don't mean good as in flavor. I mean, it can't be the same junk that you buy in the grocery store. It's full of preservatives and...
December 10th will be our 3rd year, yes.
You would be amazed how many people come in asking, what's in it. The coloring is probably the biggest advantage our stuff has, and it's our biggest cost problem, because I can buy yellow dye to do 50 tubs of ice cream for $7, but we use turmeric, and a gallon of turmeric is over $100 for the same amount of yellow dye. So all of our reds are done with beet juice.
This one story that just really stands out to me was they came in with their little girl. She doesn't eat anything red because of all the red dye that is put in it. So when she came here and found out that we use beet juice, and she ordered it, she didn't even care if the Italian ice went with the ice cream or not. She just ordered everything red because she could have it.
So a 22-ounce milkshake, we're dumping 16 plus ounces of ice cream into the shake, and all it is milk and ice cream. There's no additives in there to
where we can give back and help our community. And I've just always connected with kids.
It's great to get a child to the point where they go to become a young person and actually have an application to put them in. So our kids were at that stage, and God's timing is always perfect, but that they not finished, were in their schooling, but they were able to come here and learn a whole new set of skills that sadly kids don't learn. So they get sent out into the workforce, they go to college and maybe improve, and then they go into the workforce, but now they're 25 and still don't have the basic skills. So having the kids here, we've had so many parents compliment us and thank us, because you don't come here and get away with kid stuff. You come here and you're going to become a young adult, or you're not, or at least you're not going to here. But we have an amazing team that have developed into just amazing young people. And it shows by, if you look at our reviews, the people compliment the ice cream, the people compliment how clean it is, but our other goal from day one has been customer service.
Absolutely.
And they have to welcome somebody when they come in. And if they're in the middle of a conversation with somebody else, they still have to thank the person when they leave.
I'm blown away, and I'm just really humbled when people come in and actually say this is the best ice cream in the whole world.
And of course, we couldn't leave without a taste. Mairi went straight for a gelati, and I grabbed a dish of their all-natural ice cream. Everything here is made without dyes or shortcuts, and you can really tell. It's rich, smooth, and absolutely delicious. A perfect sweet stop along our Florida Keys journey. Our next stop was Rain Barrel, and the first thing we saw was a small boat that once carried people escaping Cuba. Just a few steps away was an old project truck sitting in front of one of the shops, and of course, no trip through Islamorada is complete without a visit to Betsy the Lobster. She's impossible to miss, and we had to stop and take a closer look. From there, we wandered through the shops and strolled past brightly colored buildings, each one packed with local art, creativity, and a whole lot of Key's personality. Our next stop was Robbies, and right away we noticed something unusual. The walls and posts were covered in dollar bills. Mairi grabbed her bucket of fish, and we headed out to the pier. We watched a few folks holding their fish out, and the tarpon would launch themselves right out of the water and grab them. It's wild to see up close. When we got to the end of the pier, it was Mairi's turn. A tarpon shot out of the water and grabbed the fish, and in the process nipped her finger. She switched spots, but that's when the real challenge showed up. A pelican who absolutely wanted her fish and was not taking no for an answer. After trying to politely explain the rules to him, she went to feed another tarpon, and the pelican stuck his entire beak right in and snatched the fish from her. And after all the chaos on the pier, the quiet of our final sunset at Fiesta Key felt like the perfect ending to the day. This brings to a conclusion 2 weeks in the Florida Keys.
Yeah.
What an incredible experience.
Yes.
And take your pick of reasons, but the sunsets here have been magnificent.
So crazy.
Never seen anything like it before.
And when the sun goes down, it gets even brighter. Which
Yeah.
I don't
Makes
know how
no
that
sense.
works, but there it is.
There you go. But anyway, we are going to be hitting the road in the morning,
Yeah.
get back on the back road.
It has been fun though.
It has been, and we will definitely be back.
We will definitely be back.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you on the back roads.